Hi, precious one, and welcome to the year 2025. This is Stan Inclusive Consults, our monthly podcast that we bring to you. It's been good since last year. Last year, we had a couple series of our monthly and our leadership series. So this year, we have a very big surprise for everybody. So, as you are listening to me, I would like to say thank you so much and Happy New Year. So first of all, let me take you through the theme for the year 2025. Then I introduce to you the topic for our month, this month, January. Okay. So 2025 happens to be for our leadership consults. 2025 happens to be our year of team building. Our year of team building. So this year our focus is to build teams. This year our focus is to build teams. And so whatever we are going to teach, whatever service we are going to provide, our focus is that we want to build the more foundational core of everything. The foundation or the success of a company, of every family, of every nation, okay, as a country. What will make you successful is your team. And so this year is our year of team building. And so that is what is going to be the theme for the year. And so, as a monthly podcast that we have termed the leadership pie. And so, last year I had a chance to explain to you what leadership pie is. So, maybe today is your first time you are listening to us. Leadership pie, as we have meat pie, as we have a fish pie. And so, the pie is not the full of it. We have a circle, a circumference. A piece of that circumference is what we call a pie. So we are giving you not the full of leadership, but a bit of leadership, a bit of wisdom, a bit of principles, a bit of strategies, a bit of technicalities. Every aspect of leadership, you're going to get a bit of it every month. And so this month, we want to talk about something that has to do with the theme for the year. As we are entering into the year, as the first month of the year, that's January, we decided that we'll be talking on leadership pie. For January edition, we'll be talking about building a team. So 2025, as a consultancy, Stand Inclusive Consult, we are a consult that we build ourselves on, or we train our clients on in the aspect of leadership, in the aspect of legal, in the aspect of management. So our focus for this year is what we are building a team building. So January we decided to give exposition on the year. So the January edition for leadership pie is building a team. So I'll be spend with me some few minutes, roughly an hour. Roughly an hour. I want to talk about what it means to build a team. That is the most important thing, because if you don't have a team, you don't have a future. If you don't have a team, you don't have a future. And so that is what I'm going to talk about. And so be with me as I take you through what it means to build a team. So in building a team, before you could build a team for your relationship, a team as in building your relationship, building a team as in building your ministry, your home, your family, building your academic life, whatever you are going to build, you must understand that first of all, you must build a team. When I talk about a team, I'm not talking about just a group of people coming together, but I'm talking about bringing all that you need, all elements, all ingredients that you need to succeed. But because the most important of all elements or all ingredients, or the most important thing you will need to succeed is the people. So most of the time we think that people is just the only team that we can have is the group of people coming together. Yes, that is true. But there's an aspect of a team that may not involve only people. And sometimes we have to assemble together some non-living things. As we go on, you will understand. Because in a relationship, you need you and your partner. In building your life, your personal career goal, you need yourself. And you need that thing that you are building upon, okay, for you to succeed. So team is the agreement of whatever resource you need. So we know that we have human resource, then we have capital resource, we have financial resources. So bringing together every resource that is going to help you succeed, the ability to bring them together, for them to function, is bringing them together a team. Okay, is bringing together a team. And so how do you build a team? How do you build anything significant this year? That is what I want to talk to you about. And so if you are confused with building a team, you don't see yourself as building a team, don't let the word team confuse you, because the team there is not just the people that you need, but because the basic thing we need is the team as people. But don't limit the team, the word team, to people. Team can be every resource that you need. So it's not just the human resource, it can be capital, it can be financial. So you are building your personal life, and the only human resource available is you. The next thing is that maybe your academic life, you need your books. You need to know the kind of books that you need. You need to know the kind of information, where to get them. So the ability, you need to even get a smartphone or a laptop. The ability to bring all these things together and know the value, know their function, is what I mean by building a team. Okay, I'm sure you are getting me now. So first of all, I want you to understand certain things in building a team. See, before you can build anything, you have to know certain things. First of all, you have to know what you are building. You have to know what you are building. You have to know what you are building. You have to know why you are building. Why? I'll come back to it and explain a little bit. You have to know when you are going to build. You have to know where you are going to build. You have to know how you are going to build. So when we talk about what you are building, then that's the question of the subject matter. What are you building? Are you building your relationship? Are you building your personal life, your spiritual life, academic life, your relationship? Are you building your work? Are you building your business? Are you building upon, let me say, your education? Are you building your ministry? Are you building your company? Whatever that you are building, you have to know what you are building. If not, you lose focus. So, as a leader, as an upcoming leader, as a strategic leader, one of the things that you have to know in building, that this is what I'm building. I am building a house. I am building a wooden house, or I'm building a concrete house. I am building a glass house. They are all houses, but they are different. I am building my business. My business is a boutique, but the boutique is kind of closed for children at the age of, let's say, 12 and below. It is different from those who are in clothing that has to do with nightwears, pajamas, night gowns. It's you see, so when you know what you are building, it gives you a sense of clarity, a sense of focus, a sense of purpose. You don't do what everybody is doing, because you know what you are building. If you are building your relationship, is there a relationship with God, or a relationship with your friends? Is it cordial, or your girlfriend, or your marriage? What kind of relationship are you building? So you have to know what you are building. You have to know what you are building. Number two, you have to know why you are building. And let me take you back. When you know what you are building, you know the resources to use. So if you are building a glass house, you don't go for a hay, or you don't go for a palm branches, no, or coconut branches. You don't go for that, because you go for glasses. When you are building a wooden structure, you don't go and buy cement, no. So when knowing what you are building makes you identify the kind of resource you need. You don't struggle with resources. So the next thing is, you have to know why you are building. Why am I building? What is driving? What is the motive? What is the reason? Is it for a sense of purpose, or it is a sense of pleasure? I'm building because there is a purpose. This is the purpose why I have to build. Or I'm building for just pleasure. I'm building my relationship based on purpose. I'm building my company based on purpose. I'm building my team based on purpose. Or I'm building it for pleasure. Or I am building it out of pressure. So if you are building out of purpose, you are on a different assignment. If you are building it just for entertainment's sake, pleasure, it's a different assignment. But if you are building it also based on pressure, you want to prove a point, you are also on a different assignment. Don't do anything anyhow. Know that, but you don't never build anything out of pressure. It can be purpose, that is the best. It can also be in a sense of pleasure, but never let it be pressure. If not, you might not live to see the results of what you are building, because you might end up dying before your time. Don't build your relationship because you want to prove something to anybody. Don't build your ministry because you want to prove something to people. Don't build your career. You know that you are not supposed to be a lawyer, but you have decided to go to a law school, become a lawyer to prove to people. You want to become a doctor to prove to people. You want to go to a certain career path. You've chosen a certain career path just to prove to people. No, it should be out of a sense of purpose. If it's by sense of purpose, the dedication is different. The stress is reduced. So this is why you have to build. Now, when we come to when to build, we are talking about timing and season. When to build, we are talking about timing and season. You can be building the right thing at the wrong time. A lot of the youths like us, we were busily building relationship in secondary school when we're supposed to build our educational life, understand relationship with God, understand relationship with human. We were building our marital relationships. No. It was time for education. It was time for mentorship. It was time for learning. But we were building the right thing. It is good to build, to have a girlfriend. It is good to be in a relationship that will lead to marriage. But that age, that timing was wrong. So we thought marriage or relationship was wrong. No, it is the right thing, but the timing was wrong. The timing was wrong. The timing was wrong. The timing was wrong. There's a time to build a house. In a year, there's a time to build a house. There are certain things you can't do in a rainy season. Never. You can never do it in a rainy season. You will not succeed. There are certain things that you can never do when you are in a dry season. It will never work. So you have to know the timing. You have to know the timing. Because the timing will bring the value, it will show you the significance or the importance of it. Because you can be doing the right thing, as I said. The right thing that you are doing the right thing, but at the wrong time. So you may think that it is not of importance or of no value. It is of value, but because you are building the right thing, at the wrong time. So you have to know when to build. When do you build your team? When do you call for meetings? When do you go on a trip? When do you invest money? When do you save at a bank? So those financial life that you are building, your life that you are building, you have to know what you are building, why you are building. You have to know when you have to build it. The next thing is where to build. If your company is providing a particular service or product, you must know your markets. The market here is ready markets, as in people who are going to buy, people who are going to consume. If your service is going to help students, you have to build your company or whatever business close to a university. You don't take it into the community, they will not see it value. So where to build has to do with your targets, your audience, the 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 people you want to satisfy with this service or product. So where do you build? There are some communities or some areas in your country or maybe in my country where you cannot build certain houses. You may build a very big mansion, very beautiful house, but because of where it is located, it will not be attractive again. We don't build little kiosks in estates, residential areas, where in areas that is known for great men, or where this place, the environment is very serene, like there is some kind of, this is a place that has been planned. You can't place a wooden structure like a squatter. You can't do that in there, because you are building something, but the location is wrong, the place is wrong. There is a place that they will accept that wooden container. So after you have known what you are building and why you are building, and the timing even to build is right, but where to build? When you are selling, your product is to sell an ice cream, and the ice cream, ice cream is the type of ice cream that you are selling, the type of fruit juice that you are preparing is for children. You don't take it to the adult market. So you have to know all these things in building a team or building a career. I don't want to limit today's podcast or today's series on leadership on just a team. That is why I made you understand that the team is not just the people. The team is every resource that you need to succeed in anything that you want to build. So it's not just the human resource, capital, financial, bringing them together, ability to allocate or reallocate resources to achieve its purpose. That is the team. And so when you are building a team, you are building all these ingredients or elements or factors that you need to succeed. Then the last one is how to build. When it comes to how to build, we know it's not just one day. It takes time, a process. So when it comes to how to build, we have two things in place. We have the process of building, and we have the principles of building. There is a process of building. Process talking about systematic or patterns to follow. When you are building a physical house, we start with a foundation. You don't start with the finishing or the roofing. You start with a foundation. There is no architect in this world. There is no building a BT building technologist. There's no anybody in the field of building who is going to start building and the person start building from the roofing. No, there is a process. There is a sequence. There is a systematic approach you follow. It's the same way when you are building your career, you are building your relationship, you're building your business, your ministry, whatever you are building, you start with the foundation. And that is the team. That is the team. That is the team that you build. The process is building the team. So whatever you're going to build, you need a team. The team, as I said, is not just the human elements, but any elements, but whether human or non-human, that you can bring together to achieve the purpose. To achieve the purpose. That is what we call a team. But most of the times we look at teams, is that we have a group of team, a teamwork, our team, but we forget that when the team comes together, they might need internet. they might need laptops, they might need vehicles. And so all those things are in place, because most of the time we focus on the human resource and neglect the capital, neglect the intellectual aspect, neglect the resources that will aid we, after making all the plans to let us succeed, we forget about it. And so I have defined, my name is LD George Kobina Ofori, a certified leader, okay, in the making. So in the month of March, I'm going to become a certified leader. And the certification is coming from K University, coming from University of Science and Technology, a university in Ghana here, Masters in Leadership. You see, the team is not just the human person. I keep on repeating this because I want you to get this. If not, you'll be building and you say you are building a team, but you are building just one aspect of a team, just the human element of a team. So, the team is not just the individual or the person. The team is every resource that you need to succeed. So a good example is when you come to a company. So in the company, we talk about growing your team or building your team. So the human element is we, the people, the workers, the human resource. Now, there's a need for us to have machines, equipment to aid us work. It's also part of the team. We will need to build all these things before we can work. You can have a proper team, but they will never be able to work efficiently or effectively under a mango tree if you don't have a physical structure to keep them. So I'm sure now you get my point. Yes. And so when you are building, one of the processes that you need to understand is the foundation. So the process is that you start from the foundation, then you get to the finishing, but you rest on the foundation. The foundation of every building will determine two major things. The foundation of a building determines the strengths of the building and determines the size of the building. So, a good example, if you want to climb a mountain, a team of people you need and the resources like food, water, oxygen that you need to climb the mountain, like the highest mountain, Mount Everest, or any of the mountain in Ghana here, Mountain Afajatu. When you want to climb that mountain, the team that you need more than 100 people to aid you. 100 other equipment, water, extra clothes, oxygen. You need the medical aid. You need people who change your shoes. You need all these people to be with you. Nobody has climbed a mountain alone, for your information. They start with many people, but they are the only ones climbing. The rest drops as they are going up. But if you want to just climb some wall in front of your house, you can do it alone. So depending on what you are building or what you want to achieve will determine the size of your foundation, the size of your team, the kind of instruments to use. Another example, if you are a photographer, a paparazzi, and you are just taking pictures with no value, and what I mean is that pictures that you are not going to use for commercials, just for friendship, you just need a phone. I can't mention any phone, but you need just a normal phone with a normal camera. But if you are taking pictures at a stadium during a football match and you want to get the right shot and how fast you can go and all the things that you want to achieve in the beauty of your picture, you need a certain kind of camera. So the quality, what you want to achieve determines the quality you use. So the foundation is that when you are building, the kind of building you want to build will determine the foundation. And the foundation will determine the strength and the size of the building. The strength and the size of the building. So it is very crucial to understand the process. We will not spend much time here, but I want us to jump to, when it comes to the how, I said we have process and we have principles. Now let's go to the principles of what building. Principles basically means that the laws are going to apply. Everything happening is as a result of what? Cause and effect. There's nothing like impromptu. There is nothing like accident in the world. Everything is calculated. Everything is calculated. So for you to build a successful team, build a successful marriage, build a successful home, career, business, company, organization, there's one thing that you have to understand, that you have to marry principles. The principles here are not principles that you say, these are my principles. My principle, somebody will say, my principle is that when you call me after 10, I will not pick. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about universally applied principles that makes organization grow, that makes you able to build a successful team. That is what I mean. That is what I mean. And so we are going to look, there's a lot of principles, but time will not permit us to look at it all. But we'll try our best, and I'll try my best and give you some, at least more than 4, so that you can engage them and build a successful life, a successful team, a successful goal this year as our team for the year 2025, as a leadership consult, Stand Inclusive Consult, our year of what? Team building. So on our podcast, we're talking about what? Building what? A team. So the principles that you need. I want to talk to you about the principles, the laws to apply. The first principle is the principle of importance, or the principles of what? Significance. When we say something is significant or important, it means it has value. And man, you in your team, everything. So I keep on explaining the team because I don't want you to be carried away. The team here is every resource, including the capital resource, the human resource. So in the team, every element in the team, or everybody in the team, is of value. Everybody in the team is of value. There's nobody in the team who we can say a person is of no value. No. Everybody in the team is of value. There's a saying that one person cannot achieve much. So one person, you can be the only person in the team. You cannot achieve much. You cannot achieve anything significant. But when you bring other people on board, when you have a team of people, you could see that their level of significance or their level of importance, if you are 0.5 important, I am 0.5 important. When we come together, we are 1.0 important. We have increased our importance. We have increased our value. Our input is different. So if you are a Christian and you are good in the Bible, or you know the Bible very well, there's a scripture in Deuteronomy that talks about 1 shall put 2,000 and 2 shall put towards 10,000. So you could see that one person can conquer 1,000, but as soon as another person joins the other one and they become 2, now they don't just conquer 1,000 or 2,000, they conquer 10,000. So when we talk about teamwork, the results of a team is always exponential in multiple terms. So everybody is significant. Everybody is important. In a sense that when you are the only person in a team, you cannot achieve a lot of things. But when we are many, we can achieve a lot of things. Imagine you are in a meeting of 10 people, in a team, 10. And what we are doing is brainstorming, bringing out ideas. And everybody in the team has one idea before they came to the meeting. If everyone is going to pour down their idea, it means that everybody in the room will be living, though they came to the meeting with one idea, they'll be living with 9 extra. That is 10 idea. The power of a team. The power of a team. So understand this principle that everybody in the team is significant, is important, is of value. So give them the chance, let them participate in the growth, let them participate in the growth of the company. So in building them, in building your team, make sure they all participate. If not, when people don't get a chance to participate, their sense of belonging is neglected. They leave. They can be there, but they have left. They can be there physically, but emotionally, spiritually, their heart is not with the company again. Why? Because they don't give them the chance to participate. They don't see themselves. They think that they don't belong here. That is the power of what? The principle of what? Significance. Another principle I want to talk to you about is the principle of seeing the bigger picture. Seeing what? The bigger picture. There's a saying that we say that so and so, or this is just a means to an end. So in everything we have a means and we have an end. The end goal, the end, you can get to the end by a means. So the bigger picture is that do not forget the end, or don't let the means to be bigger than what? The end. The goal of the company is much important than the role that you are playing. If the goal of the company is to satisfy our customers this year, and you have been given the role as a cleaner, the fact that customers are around and you are cleaning at this time, you must stop cleaning and attend to the customers for them to be satisfied, because they can't sit down and wait for you to finish cleaning the place for the next 30 minutes. No, you waste their time. So maybe you can clean a little bit and serve them for them to go. There is a queue in a company or at a restaurant. The manager, your business is to manage the company. You're not supposed to serve the food. You're not to be the waiter or the waitress. But the goal of the company is that you have to satisfy the customers. They must get their food and leave. As a manager, you forget about the role and focus on the goal. So you leave your office, you leave your position and come and serve, because the goal is more important than the role you are playing. That is what I mean. So in building a team, let your team members understand that they have a role, but the role is the means to the end, the goal. So the goal is important than the role. The end is more important than the means. But sometimes the means becomes so interesting to us that we forget that we are supposed to achieve this goal. So the rule, or the second principle I want to talk to you about, is the principle of the bigger picture, or the principle of not forgetting the goal, the objective, let me say the theme for the year for the company, or the vision or the mission for the company. Don't let your position or the role that you are playing become bigger than the goal of the company. If not, you make a mistake. If not, you may not achieve it. You may not achieve it. So this is the second principle when it comes to building a team. Building a team that you need to know. Building a team. I want to talk to you about the third. Today is just, how do I put it? We are just doing introduction of the year. Okay, so our year is a year of what? Team building. So in the Leadership Pie podcast, which is monthly, every month will be coming your way. Every month will be coming your way with Leadership Pie. So we give you a bit of leadership. We decided to use January to explain what the team is about, and for you to also, as you are a client to our company, if you want to build along with us. So our team for the year is what? Team building. So you also want to build your team, then you have to understand what we are going to do. That's why I'm giving you a brief of it. But every month is going to be one of these principles. So January is a month of rethinking. That is strategic planning. We're going to plan how we are going to build a team. So what I'm taking you through is what I'll take them through in our staff orientation, our staff retreat. Then in February, we'll pick one of the principles. Then we spend my time on it. So I'll be doing the podcast 360 seconds with LD George Kobe. That is where I'll be doing every 6 minutes every day, giving you bit by bit what you have to receive. Okay. So for now, we are just giving you introduction. That is why I don't go deep into everything I say. So the next principle you have to apply in building a team is the principle of what? Specialty. Or the principle of what? Strength. Like somebody being strong. This is what I mean. Everyone in your team has its own strength. We know that we have weaknesses and strengths. So I have a strength. You have a strength. There is something that you are good at. Let me put it that way. Naturally, you have the strength for it. So if you want to succeed in building a team, know the team, their strength. Forget about their weakness. Don't even think about their weakness. Just find out their strengths. And let them grow or improve over there. So what I'm not good at, you are good at. If I'm not good at speaking and I'm good at writing, I will write for the one in the team who is good at speaking. Speak. So our company, we have a legal unit, the Antonios. So because of my background in law, we have like a law firm. So what I tell them is that not every lawyer is supposed to go to court. Some are supposed to be in the law firm and only conduct research. They are ones that they conduct research. They are ones that speak. And so it comes back to this principle where I have the strength of speaking. You have the strength of writing or doing the research for us to know that this case can be won. Why don't you do the research? Why don't I do the speaking? It's a team. We all win together. But you find a team where there is one person who is all play all. He's everywhere. When a person is not around, the company cannot succeed. No. When a person is not around, the company cannot grow. No. That is a wrong way of building a team. It is a wrong way of building a team. It's not the best way of building a team. And so this principle is that every team member has its own strength. What the person is good at naturally. When you are building a house, one person does not build the entire house. We have those who are into carpentry. We have those into plumbing. We have those into electricals. We have the masons. We have those who even bring the materials like the sand, the stones, the cement. They will transport it. So all these people come together. Then we build a house, a very big mansion. We have the painters. We have those who come during the decoration of the house, the chairs, the finishing of the kitchen, the washrooms, the living room. They know that this chair has to be here. When we call the carpenter to come at that time, he will mess up. So in a team, everybody has its own strength. If you can understand this by humility, and even if you are the founder, the CEO, the leader, and you know that you are not good at this, and one of your team members is good, let the person take the lead over there. So in a team, everybody is a leader. Why? Because when it comes to writing, if Mr. Kofi is good, or Daniel is good, or Amma is good, let Amma lead us when it comes to writing. When we are going for a trip or going for a board meeting, when it comes to the coordination of that meeting, if Julie is good, why not Julie lead us in the boardroom? Moderate the meeting for us. So everybody in the team is a leader because everybody has his own strength where he can lead us. He can lead the team to achieve the goal. So that's what I mean. There's a lot of, we have the place of the vision. Never forget your mission and your vision. Never forget your vision. You see, every company has their vision, every company has their mission statement, and they have their values or their core values. As a team, make sure that the principle of the vision is that never forget the vision of the organization. Never forget the vision of the organization. The vision of the organization is very, very, very important. The vision of the organization is very, very important. Never forget it. No, never forget it. What the vision does is that it directs. If our vision for the year or for an NGO or any organization is to feed 1,000 children this year, it directs us what to do, how to feed them. It directs us, even how to get these children. It directs us. You don't just, if you forget about the vision, you will forget. You walk in a wrong direction. You walk in the wrong direction. Another principle is the principle of attitude. For this, I'll recommend a book to you. Attitude is everything. Attitude is everything. The book is the only book called Attitude is Everything. So when you get it, it's white background with the writings. Attitude is everything, and a brown color also. Please, with that character, the principle of character, the team cannot go anywhere. A team that does not respect each other, that does not value each other, that looks down on each other, can never be a successful team. They can never build anything. They can never achieve anything. The place of character, the place of attitude. There's something we call the black sheep of every group, or the bad apple. So if there is any bad attitude among the team, it needs to be eliminated. The elimination, I can't explain. Per your principle, leadership principle, wherever you are, you know how to eliminate the bad attitude. But if you take my advice, when people do anything wrong, the first approach is to teach them, because they don't know. You don't shout on them, you teach them. They don't know. Sincerely, they don't know. When something happens for the first time, it's a mistake. So teach them. And it happens the second time, it's a behavior. Use your own approach. When it happens the third time, it's a pattern. Apply your own approach. But the first thing you have to do is that teach them. When they make a mistake, you have to teach them. You have to teach them. Another principle that you have to marry in your organization, for you to build your team, the team must understand the price they have to pay. The principle of paying the price. If you want people to buy into your future, then have a price tag. If you want people to buy into your future, not buy your product, buy into your future. Because in your business, you are selling something. We know what you are selling is maybe 200 cedis, or what you are selling is 15 USD, $15 or something. So I know you are selling something that it has a price, but I'm talking about a price as in something valuable people can place, can buy into it. So when you pay the price, you are able to reach your potential. Everybody has a potential, but not all of us reach or maximize our potential. So when you are paying the price, you are sacrificing. Let me put it that way. You are sacrificing. What you are doing is that you are able to reach your potential. When you talk about potential, potential is the inbuilt or the significant goal yet unachieved. So anything that's the dream that it has not yet happened, the future that has not become a reality, for you to reach that future, you must sacrifice. For people to buy into that idea of your company to get to that level, you must have a price, but that price needs to be paid by you. This is not a price that people are coming to. You're going to tell people to come and pay. No, this is you pay the price. Now, when you get there, they will not come and buy you. They will come for you at that same price. So if you don't first of all pay that price. If you are selling a shoe and you can't buy your shoe that you are selling, you can't buy it yourself to put it on. Nobody is willing to buy. That is why sometimes when you see people selling something, sometimes they consume some. They make use of some. They put on, if it's a clothes, they put on some. Why? What I'm saying is that I have paid for such a price already. So this is the price. This is my price. The price I've put on my products is on me. So I am the price. I am not of I'm of the value of the same value of what I'm selling. So people can trust you. So you have to pay that price first before people can buy you on that same price. It's a simple analysis. It's a simple explanation. But many people are not willing to pay a price, but they want to sell themselves at that same price to people for people to come and buy. No, you've not bought it yourself. You will not buy. So pay the price. Make the sacrifices. Make that sacrifices. When you make that sacrifices, you will reach your potentials and you will come there. The next principle I want to talk about is the principle of what? Core value. The principle of values. The principle of values. Your values identify you. Your values in life identify you. So as a company, one of our values is excellence. One of our values is what? Human development. So we develop ourselves, we the staffs, we develop ourselves in the company more than anything else, than before we develop people. Human development, that is our value. It will identify us from every other consultant or every other consultancy that will come and just teach you and go. No, we train. We don't just teach, we train. We raise leaders. We impart into them. That is our work. That is our mandate. So it identifies us. If you want your team or your company to have some certain kind of identity, certain kind of personality out there, let your team members, your teammates, your team understand what? Value. Let your team understand value. Let your team understand value. If you're a paparazzi, a photographer, the kind of camera that you are using will let us know the kind of photographer you are. Yes, because you see, it gives your value, your core value, even coming to a meeting late, it gives us a certain kind of perception about you, personality or identity about you. Because of time, we can't say everything here. The next two things I would like to say concerning principles is the principle of communication, which I said last year in one of the leadership conference that we had. I said communication is an art, and it's an art of responsibility. People who communicate well, they are responsible. Because when somebody calls you to talk to you, what the person needs is what? A response. That is why in communication, there's something we call feedback. I will not continue. Another principle is the principle of investment. The principle of what? Investment. So because of time, these are some principles that you have to, or some laws that you have to apply in building a team before you can have a successful team to achieve whatever goal or objective or success of your company. So this is Leadership Pie in January edition 2025. We decided to talk about how to build a team, building a team. And we said when you are building a team, you have to understand certain things. First of all, you have to understand, you have to know what you are building. You have to also know why you are building, when you are going to build, where you are building, and how you are going to build. And we said that after you have known this thing, when you go to the how, when you get to the how you are building, you have to understand the process of building. You have to understand the principles of building. And with the process, I said the process starts, the systematic process is that it starts from foundation towards finishing. Nobody starts building from finishing to foundation, no. And I said the foundation of your building, whatever you are building, will determine the size and the strength of whatever you are building. And we spoke about the principles that you need to apply in building. And I said the principles that you need to apply, some of them, I said it's communication, the principle of communication, the principle of the bigger picture, the principle of investments, the principle of attitude, the principle of the vision, the principle of significance. So if the principle of you being reliable, faithful, loyal, you need all these principles for your team to be well built so that they can achieve the goal, the objective, the success of the company. This is Leadership Pie that we bring to you every month by Stan Inclusive Consult, a consultancy on leadership, legal and management. So we are the legal, leadership and management experts. Anything that has to do with leadership, we provide. Anything that has to do with legal services, we provide. Managing your company, managing your organization, managing your life. Managing your life. You need, see, every star has a manager. If you want to reign in life, you need our management skills, our management services. You want to grow your leadership ability, stand, we are here for you. So when we talk about stand inclusive, we say, let's stand together. Okay. So this is the end of our podcast for building a team, Leadership Pie, January edition. This year happens to be our year as a company, our year of what? Team building. So we decided to speak on this month's edition, January edition, on what? Building a team, how to build a successful team. And so next month, you are going to hear from us as we continue every month Leadership Pie to the year ends. And so for now, I would like to say Happy New Year once again. And please, when you listen to our podcasts on YouTube or anywhere that you hear us, please share the link and get our numbers. Call us for any of our services. Okay, so that we can impact your company. We can see the growth and the success you want. So stand, we say, let's stand together. We stand with you. You will not fall in your company. You will not fall in your business. Your relationship will not fall. Whatever you need management for is going to work. Just contact us as you see the screen. You see your number. The video you are watching comes. You see our numbers on the screen: 0247 839941. My name is LD George Kobina Ofori, a certified leader and a background in law with certificate from US concerning management. I believe that I have what it takes to grow your company, to grow your business, to grow your leadership potentials for you. Okay, so precious one, this is Leadership Pie from Stan Inclusive Consult. Thank you and bye. Happy New Year.